Happy Monday. We back at it. Let's go ahead and stop the music. All right, good morning, beautiful people. I'm Brielle J, founder of Everything Lash Academy, beauty business educator, and your morning mentor through this movement we've created called the Morning Mastery for lash artists. Morning Mastery was designed for ambitious lash artists and beauty pros who are tired of just going through the motions. This is a space where we start the day aligned, intentional, and ready to operate like CEOs instead of just service providers. You know, we're not just hustlers, but we are actually women building brands with purpose and structure. So every weekday at 8 a.m., we check in with ourselves, our mindset, and our business systems, because this is how we lead and grow a sustainable business in a soul aligned way. This is what we do. This is our morning ritual with each other. All right, so I really want to do a quick recap of last week. Last week was our first week getting back into the groove of this. And we had 5 great topics Monday through Friday. Monday, we talked about CEO versus technician, where we shifted how we show up for our business. The second day, we talked about goal setting. So we talked about, or we learned, I should say, how to plan with purpose. Wednesday, we talked about morning rituals. We created consistency and clarity. We talked about imposter syndrome on Thursday. That was our highest view live, y'all. So I think a lot of people resonate with imposter syndrome, but we addressed that inner voice that is holding us back. And then Friday, we talked about continued education and celebrating small wins, because growth isn't always loud, but it is constant. So we got to constantly continue to clap for ourselves, right? And all that matters because it's our internal structure. No external strategy will stick until we have that internal structure put together, that foundation pretty much. And now that we're anchored, we're ready to build on that. So this week we're going to be building on that, which brings us to today's topic. Our focus is on structure creates freedom for the week. Structure creates freedom, because what's the point of being self-employed if you're still overworked, underpaid, and overwhelmed? Now, when you build systems and you have routines and you have clarity in your business, you give yourself the ability to breathe. You give yourself time, you give yourself flexibility, and eventually the wealth comes in. The money starts pouring in from there, right? So we're going to deep dive into, are you building a hustle or a brand? That's today's topic. Are you building a brand or are you hustling? Which side of the spectrum are you falling on?